What is up, YouTube? My name is Happiness and welcome to my channel. So, it seems like Texas farmers are losing, let me just say this, they have lost all their workforce because of this crackdown of illegal immigrants. And what do they feed us on television? They say that all these immigrants are criminals. Well, we can believe, yes, they are criminals because they're using a false identification. But despite that, the most people who are hit are the farmers. So they have something to say, and let's check these videos out to hear what they have to say about this, because news don't look good in Texas.
It's Joe from Georgia. So this is news out of Texas. But folks, these are alarm bells ringing for the entire United States. And our government is not listening. Overnight, multiple farms in the state of Texas completely shut down. And the reason for this shutdown was because they have lost almost 100% of their workforce. Now, we know this is the result of the immigration raids and stricter enforcement, but the ripple effect is going to be felt all the way across this country. Now, you've got crops that are rotting in the fields. You have livestock that is not being attended to at all. And that takes a lot of personnel. And we're talking, so now we're getting every area of food to include meat. And the communities that surround these farms, those businesses and those people who depend on the income from these farms, it's creating disasters for small communities in Texas. Now, this is not stopping at Texas farms. This is going to end up all the way across America, especially in the breadbasket, the middle of the nation, because they have tons of immigrant help. But folks, the alarm bells are ringing. Your food on your plate is being affected. So you got to think about it. It won't be soon until either prices go ridiculously high or you just won't have any food to buy.
Next up on the FAFO tour, Texas farmers. One day these farms in Texas had hundreds of workers tending the fields and the livestock, and the very next day all of those workers are gone. That's what has happened in Texas. And entire fields of crops are being left to rot because there's no one to pick them. Livestock, like dairy cows, that have to be milked twice a day when they're lactating, there's no one to tend to them. These farms are going to go under. And it's not going to just affect Texas farmers. This is going to affect the breadbasket of the nation very soon. Most of these farmers voted for the felon-in-chief. And now they are reaping what they have sown, quite literally. Is America great yet? And all of these red-faced, conservative MAGA folk who have complained for years about these illegal immigrants are taking our jobs. It's funny, they're not lining up to go work out in these fields for that low pay out in the hot sun. And what's unspoken is many of these farmers and many of these racists thought that we Black Americans were going to rush out there because they have come to believe their own racist stereotypes and lies about Black people. And they did. They thought we were going to line up to go work in those fields. Ha ha, tricks are for kids. Our ancestors already been there and done that, and they were not paid at all. They were forced to work in fields, whipped and tortured. This is a new day. And so I suggest everyone who has ever complained about illegal immigrants taking our jobs, you get you some 100 SPF sunscreen and get your ass out there in the fields if you want produce, period, in your grocery stores. And think about this. This is going to have a ripple effect. Think about all the businesses that are vendors and customers of these farms. There's no one to buy fertilizer, farm implements, pesticides. Many restaurants that are farm to table, where are they going to get their meat and their produce? Racism is expensive, and it is going to be the ruin of this nation. It's already playing out. So again, I ask, MAGA, are we great again yet? And when are y'all gonna go out to Texas and all these other areas that need work and start working the fields, since you're a patriotic American? I'm waiting to see when that's going to happen, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
Okay, for my fault is that, we all knew that this was the case. There are some work that most Americans won't do to which an illegal immigrant will do because it is said that people who are foreigners who jump the borders, or let's just say this, people who come to work here and who are willing to do anything just to run away from their own country to which it's a war-torn countries, when they're in a new country, they are willing to work. So hence they say that Mexicans, Spanish people, Latinos from war-torn countries or like who are in America illegally are hardworking people, and it is no it is not a surprise to hear that. So if Trump is deporting them, where will you get the workforce? Remember that Trump is just a businessman. He is sort of like a real estate mogul. He doesn't understand agriculture. So, but hey, that's your president. I have nothing to say. That is what most Americans say. This is what I voted for. So yes, America, this is what you voted for. But you will never know because you only see it when you are in the grocery store and to find out there is no food on the shelf because why? There is no people to work the fields. But despite that, guys, thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe and let's meet up to the next video and peace out.